Morning everybody. So here I am on Tuesday morning. It's about 7:30 and I'm parked up in beautiful Toghar. And I'm parked up here because I'm going walking the walk from Ballintubber Abbey to Murrisk, south of Westport. And this is Tóchar Phádraig it's called. And I'm going to do it in two parts. I'm walking from Ballintubber Abbey to here to Toghar today, and then on Thursday I'm going to walk from Toghar to Murrisk. And my good friend John Brady, my good friend neighbour, is doing it with me. And so he's going to pick me up here now when we drive back to Ballintubber, and then we'll head off from Ballintubber and get to here, and I'll drive back in my van and collect his car later on today. So we're off. Let's get started. So we've arrived at Ballintubber Abbey. You can see it over there, looking very beautiful. It's closed right now, but we're going to. John tells me it opens. There's John getting his boots and things on over there. John tells me that it's open in the afternoon, so or later on the day in the morning. So when we come back here after our walk to collect John's car, we'll have a look inside and see what it's like. So we're going to start now. I'm going to get out all trails because the walk, I'm not sure how well waymarked the walk is, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go out all trails. I have it on this, and we'll follow that. So I'll give you updates as we get going. It's what time is it? It's about 8 o'clock, I think, and good time to start. Nice cool morning, probably around 15 degrees and a bit overcast, but I think the sun's due to come out. I think the forecast is okay for the day. So looking forward to getting going and burning up a few more kilometres and a few more calories, get rid of this tummy. Talk to you in a while.
What did you say there?
And finished with the woodland walk and back out to the fields again. Interesting. So you can see the Reek there at last. We've done about 9.5 kilometres, and we've had our first real sighting of Croagh Patrick. We've been walking through farmland, as you can see. It's just all farmland we've been walking through, and the mountain was covered up in clouds, but now we're getting our first views. It's the magnet drawing us home. So this is the first piece of what you might call open mountain that we're walking on, and there's a lovely trail through it, but I would imagine that in winter it's very wet. We've had a very long dry spell now, so the ground is good, but you'd want your boots here in winter for sure. But look at it, isn't it just spectacular? So here we are, heading down. You can see the round tower off there in the distance, heading down to Toghar. Here's my good buddy John. So John, I was to ask you a question. Tell me, what was the experience like? 15 kilometres, John. Tell me about it.
It was fabulous. Really, really lovely. Lovely to get out and have a walk. Countryside it's lovely to walk through meadows and stuff like that you don't get a chance to do.
It's really unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't all trails.
Yeah, it was a very strange walk. I mean, it wasn't open mountain and it wasn't forest trails or ordinary trails. You were just walking basically through farmland, the vast majority, weren't you?
Yeah. No.
And here we are, arriving in beautiful Toghar. This is actually a lovely little village. You see there the old round tower at the back of what was the monastery, and there you see Bolero safely parked, and just to the left of it is the graveyard, and in front of that there's a beautiful what we call it, a little river. There's a little river there, and they've got benches and whatever. I'll show it to you now in just a moment. And Lovely little river down here. You see us, look. The whole thing is a very, very pleasant spot to stop and have a cup of tea, stretch your legs, and it's a lovely quiet spot as well. So we're back in Ballintubber, and the Abbey is open, so we came in for a look. And this is a really interesting looking space. Very, very beautiful. If you like, austere and different. Look at this. Even look at the Stations of the Cross, the way they're done. Very, very interesting. Let's take a walk up and have a look. It's on a slope. You're actually going down a little bit of a hill here, walking on it, which is sort of strange. We'll go out there to the garden in a moment and have a look. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. And there, of course, we have the stained glass with St. Patrick. Who else? But you can imagine, I see here Ballintubber Abbey Choir. You can imagine this being a wonderful venue for concerts and all sorts of events. Very, very beautiful. I like this church. Look at that roof. Oh, that's impressive. And look at that stone. Lovely. And here's the cloister. Look at that. Yeah, there's something wonderful about old stone and old buildings. And they even have a reception and shop. We're talking to Hannah in the shop. And this is just especially for my Hannah. Because I was here and I was chatting to her, I thought, boy, she sounds like and she looks like just like Hannah. And then I asked her what her name was and she said Hannah. So there you go. So Hannah, meet Hannah. So that's it. We're back in Cosmopolitan Ahagowr. You can see here with the round tower where we left off the other day. And we're ready to go. We can't wait. 70 kilometres, 500 metres of climb. No stopping us. Yo, this is a very, very different walk to the first half of Ahagowr. So we walked along lovely grass trail, a beautiful grass trail, and then came out onto these tiny little borings, and we've been heading over towards the Reek. We've been walking on these little borings, and we've seen, I think, 2 cars in the whole walk so far. Absolutely lovely, really, really charming, and lovely day. The sun is sort of trying to come out. It's nice and warm, but it's a bit of a climb, so I had the poles out, and I'm going to keep them out. What's it called, John?
Boheh stone.
The Boheh stone. And what's the story about it? Can you tell me?
Hi guys. Your dad's a fecker. Okay, so the Boheh stone is a kind of like, it's a megalithic stone, and a fella called I can't remember his name, Bracken. He was a local archaeologist, amateur archaeologist in Westport. And he kind of like, he spotted the stone, and you can see the kind of cup and ring, what's called cup and saucer.
Oh yeah.
Rings. There's a couple of them, and there's a few over there as well. And yeah, people leave the stone alone. They don't kind of go marking it or kind of like cleaning it up or any of that kind of crap. Just leave it alone, which is nice. But he kind of came up with a kind of a theory when he was sitting here on the solstice. One day he noticed, or one evening rather, he noticed that the sun rolls down the side of the Reek. Now you can't see it from here. It's kind of like, in truth, you have to kind of go about 100 yards up the road to kind of see the effect.
Okay.
But the sun rolls down the right hand side of the Reek.
Right.
Which is kind of unusual, because yeah, everybody lives on the other side of the mountain, and the sun always seems to set on the other side, kind of going down into the west.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's unusual kind of like, I don't know. You have to kind of see it. You have to.
Yeah.
I recommend kind of coming and having a gawk at it during the solstice. It'll be a nice trip for you. You can stop off in Ballinrobe when you're on the way, you know.
That's it. Stop off. See your old dad, guys. But it's sort of interesting here that the walk has been very, very different today. It's been really, I think, charming. It would be a good word for it. And I remember when doing the Camino with Ellie, I was often commenting on all the wildflowers and the colour, and how there was nothing like that in Ireland. We'd ever been killed with pesticides, whatever. But in fact, on this walk, all along the hedgerow, it was full of gorse and heather and flowers and berries. It was very, very attractive. But it's a very, very different walk to the first half. So a lovely greenway, then a lovely little country roads. And now I think we're going to head off. You can look over here, you can see that there's where we're going to head off. So we're going to head off down, I think, off-road again, and off down to trails. And then we got to climb. We got to climb over the ridge. John's really looking forward to this one. I've got my poles, he doesn't. Ha ha ha. So here we are, out on the open mountainside, and heading over towards the Reek. It really is beautiful. I cannot say how much more attractive this half of the walk is to the first half. Much, much more interesting. We've walked up now. We're almost at the point where you turn off the road. It's a lovely little road and beautiful scenery. You can see out there, just with the camera, you see all the bogs there where people are harvesting turf. And on to, and here's where we're going. So about 100 yards or 200 yards up there, we take a right, and I think we go, you can see a path, I think, somewhere up there. Just see if I can open. So see the path there, the green path. I think that's where we go, up and over there. So that's where the big climb. We've done about half the elevation so far, half the climb, the ascent, and the other half is just that piece there. So it's pretty straightforward, no big deal. And it's been absolutely wonderful. There's the Reek itself, you can see. Where all the pilgrims go up, but this walk doesn't go up to the top of the Reek, just goes over the ridge there and keeps going, thankfully. So you see those dark clouds there behind me. In fact, I know they're very, very dark, but in fact it's not at all a dark day. It's a lovely bright day, in fact, bright and warm, and a nice gentle breeze keeping us cool. It's lovely. Wonderful, wonderful walk. Strongly recommend this walk. So here we are, we've come to the top of the ridge, and I have to be honest, say it was some climb, but look at that for a view. And here are all the pilgrims going up to the Reek, and I wish them luck. I'm glad I'm not doing it, but what a spectacular day, what a spectacular walk, and what a spectacular view. This has really, really, really been a wonderful walk. Well guys, so I'm here in the tavern, which is just down the road from the car park at Murrisk. And as you can see, or you will see, John and I have tucked in and had refreshments. The food here is really, really good. So we came down and the walk down is really hard. It's you're walking down on rock. It's quite slippery, quite dangerous, and it's not an easy walk coming down. I found it actually hard on my toes. I had to crunch up my toes to stop my foot moving forward and banging off the front of my shoe. Didn't want to lose another toenail. But we did it in total at 30 something K between the first day and today. So we did 15 the first day, so 15, 16 today, whatever it was. What did we do? 32K I think it was in total. So 17 today and 15 the other day. And today was genuinely a beautiful walk, much nicer than the first half. If I was recommending anything to anybody, I say go to Hagaur and go from there. That's a beautiful, beautiful walk. And easy. Even the climb up to the ridge wasn't hard, and like the straightforward climb was no big deal. And it came to an end pretty quickly. It wasn't if you went on for an hour or 2 hours of it. So yeah, no, it was lovely, and the view over Cruachan Bay is just spectacular. It's going to be one of the best views around. Reminds me of the Sky Road outside of Clifton, or down the Beara, the Dingle Peninsula, where you're up high and you're looking out over the sea. Really, really quite spectacular. So that's it. That's the walk finished, and the next walk, I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I've been looking at them. Actually, they're in the Irish Times at the moment. They're doing features on all these caminos in Ireland. So I've been reading them all and people's experiences. The Boyne Valley one sounds really nice. I might try that now. So that's it, guys. Cheers.